Hi, so my name is Victoria Reggae, and I'm head of ecosystem development and alliances for virtual reality at Nvidia.
So talk a little about virtual reality from the perspective of what you guys are showing here at E3.
Sure, so we're here at E3 with several of our virtual reality partners showing some really amazing new content. We're showing the latest of Everest from Solfar Studios. We're showing Star Trek from Ubisoft on the Oculus with Oculus Touch, and as well as our own game, Nvidia VR Funhouse.
So let's start with Funhouse. What is that experience all about?
So Funhouse is a carnival experience game that's built for everyone. Everyone can play. It's really exciting. We're going to be launching it soon. It's Nvidia's first virtual reality and game title. And it's really just carnival games, boardwalk, and really immersive environments. It's actually built to show off the latest of our VRWorks and GameWorks technology, so all the physical simulation is real. We've introduced a lot of different capabilities and technologies to highlight all the things that are possible to do when you're creating VR experiences.
So let's dive a little bit deeper into that, and what are some of the things that technology opens up from a VR developer standpoint?
Sure. So from a developer standpoint, there are things such as there's one level of the game where you have swords versus balloons, and you've got haptic feedback going on. You've got particle simulation. You actually have the particle simulation when you're swirling the confetti in the balloons. It's actually the same technology that's used in the Everest experience when the snow is falling and you can interact with the snow. It's really helps you feel like you're in the real environment that you're playing in, or that you're in the virtual world, but it's really real as if you were there, if that makes sense.
And can you explain VRWorks and what role that plays in this ecosystem?
Absolutely. So VRWorks is our SDK for developers. We've rolled out several new tools that we highlighted at our recent Pascal launch back in April. Some of them are single pass stereo, multi-res shading, and several other pieces of technology that are available for developers now to start integrating into their VR experiences.
So you've just talked a little bit about where you mentioned Everest and snow, but talk a little about what that experience is all about.
Yeah, so the experience when you're in Mount Everest or climbing Mount Everest is just incredible. You have you're working to make your way up Everest. You get to see everything as if you were really there. And the great piece about virtual reality is you're able to travel to places that you can't possibly go to in your lifetime. So not everyone's going to be able to climb Mount Everest, but the fact that they get to do it in virtual reality is just incredible.
The other game you guys are showing here is Ubisoft's Star Trek Bridge Crew. Talk about that multiplayer experience as well as the ability to use Oculus Touch.
Sure. So Ubisoft Star Trek is a lot of fun. It's a 4-player game. We've got a captain who's leading the ship, and then you've got the helm and the other folks on the ship, and you get to use the Oculus Touch controllers to navigate your control panel and your environment, and it's a really fun game because it requires teamwork, and it's for Star Trek fans. It's just wonderful to be in that experience.
So here at E3, we now have actual real launches with HTC Vive, Oculus Rift. We just have Razer's launching a new HDK 2. What role does Nvidia Hardware play in this ecosystem for gamers that want to go out there and jump into VR?
Yeah, so NVIDIA, we've developed our new Pascal architecture, which we launched just recently, our 10 series, our 1080 and our 1070, and those are purpose-built and engineered for virtual reality. So people can get the best possible experience, the best fidelity, the most realistic experience in VR when they use our hardware coupled with the ecosystem partners and things you mentioned earlier.